And we are recording. Welcome, everyone. This is amazing. We have a full house. This is Story of Your Dreams virtual workshop, and we have a huge collaboration tonight. So I kind of got together with, you guys know that Audrey and I are our success partners, so we do a lot of work together. So I said, you know what, let's get Luminous Nation, Team Diesel Core, and then also we've got Heather Hooker, who's also joined us with Team Fit Mom Tribe, and then of course our very own from Diesel Nation, Arlene Pino, and Team Heart Hustle Passion. And I said, let's create an epic workshop and put the best of the best together to really bring to you guys something that's going to not just be a training that you sit back and listen to and absorb, but a training that you're going to get, start digging yourself into, right? I want you guys to walk away from this 4-week training. And by the way, it's going to be 4 weeks, one night a week for the next 4 weeks. You'll hear from either me, Heather, or Audrey, or Arlene, and we want you by the end of the 4 weeks to walk away with material, literally material that you're going to use every single day from here forward in your business. This material is going to help you leverage your business when it comes to social media, because like I mentioned earlier today, when I shared tonight's link and told you guys about what this virtual workshop would be about, is that this business is a people business. And I think that a lot of times, and I love the faces that I have on here, especially from my team that are newer coaches. I'm really, really glad that you're on tonight and you're listening to this, because I think one of the biggest things that trips up a brand new coach is that all of a sudden they submit their coaching application, they become coaches, and then they think that they have to start acting and being and transform into a different person. They start to act more like a salesperson all of a sudden. And it's funny enough, because most people come to me about coaching and say, well, I don't really know how to sell, or I don't want to be a salesperson. And my automatic knee-jerk reaction is to say, me too. I hate that. To me, it's never been a comfort zone of mine. I've never wanted to feel that way. And I remember it being a hesitation of mine. But I've learned 6 years into this business, and this business is completely the opposite. What you always want to be to is genuine to who you are. And when you can learn to do that, you will thrive in this business. And it's almost like your life will sell itself. Who you are, what you're doing day to day, being in the trenches with the people that you're helping is what's going to grow your business. Now, I think what happens is that a lot of times coaches sign up to get their business started, and they get tripped up on the fact that Shakeology, our little color containers in the Portion Fix system, all of our amazing workouts, all of our supplement line, all these things, they confuse it with being the value in the business rather than it being the tools that we use to help people in this business. Because the reality is, the true value is each and every one of you. That is what separates you from 400 plus thousand other coaches in this network. And it's the reason why people gravitate towards you. They're not going to gravitate towards you because you post a 3-day refresh or Shakeology, or you do an awesome workout, because they know that they can get that from 400,000 other people. They gravitate towards you because of who you are. And so tonight, I want to help you leverage that. I want to help you hone in on exactly who you are, what your story is, what your themes are, what is it that attracts people to you, what is going to help you make true and solid connections with people, because what you want to build is your tribe. That's what this business is about. If it were all about fitness, guys, and trust me, I've learned this in the last 6 years as a coach. If it was all about fitness, people will come in and out all the time. They will join you and quit, because come on, by the raise of your hand, how many people did not cheat on your diet and cheat on your workouts this Easter weekend? I know I did. And if my business depended on that, I wouldn't be here, right? Because things are always happening in life. Things happen. What grounds your business, what grounds your team, what grounds your customers and your challengers is you, and what you what your entire business is about, okay? And that's a community of like-minded individuals that have a common goal. They just want to be healthier, happier, more positive people that are getting out there and paying it forward to the next person. You want your business to be the place where people say, you know what, she's just like me. And if she can, I can. It's not this, I'm perfect, now try to compete with that type deal. And when you can learn to do that and just really be yourself, I can promise you that you will thrive as a Beachbody coach. So the goal the next 4 weeks, we're going to talk to you guys about how to first construct your story, right? Construct your story, understand your why, be able to talk to people about it. But we also want you to walk away with material that you can revert back to whenever you're thinking to yourself, okay, what should I share today? Or if you're like me when I started, I remember feeling there's something special about me. Like I'm just a mom. I'm just a wife. Like, what do I have to offer, right? I kept being told, like, you know, you're amazing. You're a rock star. You have all these things. Like, get out there and share it. And I remember saying to myself, but I'm so average. There's nothing exciting about me. Like, how many of you feel that way? You look at yourself and say, but I'm not exciting. I'm pretty damn boring. Like, my life is boring. I remember feeling that way too. Until someone sat down with me and I attended a training just like this one that we're going to do for you guys. And when somebody helps me dig deep and made me think about things, think about what led me to the day that I signed as a coach, to the things that have happened to me in my life, to my trials, to the mess in my life, to, you know, all the tests that I've had along the way, to how I grew up, to the kind of mom I am, to the children that I have, to the job that I had. All those things are what make me unique and have made me who I am. And I've learned to be able to leverage them and highlight them and understand them and really use them as the value in my business, because guess what? It's me. It's what makes who you see in front of you today. And each of us has that for ourselves. Everyone on this call has value that is distinctive and unique to the next person. And when you can learn to own that, that is where you will not only thrive as a coach, but guess what? It's going to be fun. Because you're going to be you. You're going to be enjoying what you're doing. And you're going to be able to connect with people that are just like you, because likes attract like, and you're going to attract your tribe. Okay, so what can you guys expect in the next 4 weeks? Well, each week, like I said, one night a week. It's supposed to be hosted every Wednesday night, but we are going to have a little bit of a hiccup next week. It's going to be actually Tuesday night because Arlene will be packing up and leaving to Punta Cana. You guys know that we had a Success Club trip. A lot of us are leaving on Sunday, and then the next wave leaves on Thursday. So Wednesday night was cutting a little bit too close since Arlene is leaving with her baby girls on this trip, which is really amazing. So next week will actually be Tuesday night, but thereafter the following week will be that Wednesday night, and then the following week after that will be Wednesday. Tonight, I'm going to cover how to paint the picture, okay? Paint the picture, and I'll explain in a second what that means. You can expect Arlene to talk about how to dig deeper on that picture, how to really pinpoint the areas of your life that you may feel like you may overlook and say, oh, but that's just like, that's average stuff, or you wouldn't even think to share about it, but you don't realize how impactful it can be. Arlene's going to help pull that out of you. Then we're going to have Audrey, who's going to really hone in on confidence and digging deep and being confident in who you are and getting out there. And like we like to say, our good friend, Josh Coates likes to say, where you're as arrogant as a rock star, but as humble as a homeless person. And she's going to really hone in on that. And then lastly, we're going to have Heather on week 4, who's going to help you really dig into the financial aspects, on sharing your story about the freedoms that this business can give you and how to really get out there. Because sometimes people feel icky talking about money. And I just don't know why. We all need it, right? We all want it, right? We all live off of it, right? If we can learn to have a healthy relationship with money and understand this business, yes, you can earn for it, but it's earning in a way that you're not just being successful in what your bank account looks like, and you're not just fat in that area of your life, but the fact that you're fulfilled and your soul is set on fire, and what you're doing every single day excites you and motivates you and works on you as it works on others. That's when you can really get out there and share about the financial freedom without hesitation. So Heather's going to help us out with that on week 4. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about painting the picture. And what does that mean? That means that we have to get really good at being our potential coaches and even customers, right? Challengers. So we know that the natural progression in this business is for someone to come in as a challenger, right? We want them to know what it feels like to get up every day, get a sweat in, drink Shakeology, nourish themselves from the inside out, read personal development, dig into just feeling and looking better than they ever have in their life, and feeling that, that in those endorphins running through their body. And like I like to say, like Tony Robbins always says, motion creates emotion. They start to get up and move, and then that creates a positive effect on the rest of their life. At first, we kind of have to have that vision for people, right? Because most people today live in a hamster wheel kind of life. They wake up, they get their kids ready, they go to work, they have that commute to work, they get to work, they drag ass all through work, they come home, they do dinner, they do bath, they go to bed on repeat, right? All day. I mean, I remember that's how I used to say that to my life felt like, a big hamster wheel, where every single day was the same thing. And nothing excited me. Nothing woke me up in the morning saying, oh, I can't wait to get on the Metro Rail. I can't wait to, find that file from my boss again. That all those kinds of things, it just was simple and black and white. And so luckily I had someone in my life, my coach, who brought me life in color, who showed me what was possible and was out there. And had not been out there being very bold in sharing that vision and painting the picture for me, I wouldn't know what was possible. And so tonight I want to help you guys do that. Paint the picture for the people that are watching you, because it's got to be a little bit more than just getting your sweat in. It's got to be a little bit more than just drinking your shake and saying, breakfast, healthiest meal of the day. And it's got to be a little bit more than just sharing your color containers in your meal. It's got to be deeper. It's got to be more profound, and it's got to be about you. All right. So let's dig in. Let me pull up my document real quick that I'm going to work off of. And this is where you want to pull out your pen and paper and get ready, because this is the interactive part of our workshop tonight. This is where I want you guys to, I'm going to give you a topic, right? We're going to go through 4 topics tonight. Each night you can expect 4 topics that will be covered, okay? 4 questions. And with this, hold on one second. Let's go. I swear, if it's not the kids, it's the husband. He's like, can I get my post-workout?
Practice what we preach. I just finished.
He just finished his workout. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 4 questions tonight that we're going to answer together, okay? And this is the material that you're going to use later on for your business when you go to construct your next post. Then the second thing that we will do is I'm going to give you the questions. I'm going to give you some time to go through and write it out for yourself, okay? I want you guys to also, once you're done, jump into the comment section and share, kind of some of your answers. And then lastly, at the end of this entire workshop, so stick around to the end, I am going to give out an assignment that can earn you a prize. One person tonight is going to earn themselves a tub of Energize on me for whoever completes the challenge at the end of this workshop. Okay, so deal? Thumbs up? All right, everybody got their pen and paper ready to go? Awesome. All right, so the first topic is, what is your story? Okay, what is your story? We should all be able to have our 2-minute elevator version of our story. In other words, how did you fall down the rabbit hole of needing to transform yourself? Physically, emotionally, so you can either once again, or maybe for the first time in your life, reach your true physical, emotional, and maybe even spiritual potential. Like, what is it that landed you here today? Okay, now, hold on. Sorry. So, as you write this down, I want to give you some ideas, okay? Because I think the most common ones are that you were feeling unhealthy, overweight, self-conscious, not happy with yourself. You were feeling lost in life, right? Like you didn't know where you're coming or going. You were in that hamster wheel. You needed something to belong to. Maybe in your life, you were a cheerleader on a dance team, a swimmer, played water polo like I did. And you were always part of a team. And all of a sudden you became an adult and all that fun ended. And you weren't a part of anything anymore. Maybe you needed more positive relationships and friendships around you. Maybe your marriage is on the rocks and you're thinking, if we could just earn a little bit more money, maybe we wouldn't fight so much. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you're unhappy at your job. Like literally it took every ounce of your energy to get to work every day because you hated it that much. Maybe you're lethargic every day. You're living off coffee. You can barely, keep your eyes open. Maybe you have no time for yourself. You lost yourself after having kids. Maybe you lost yourself after getting married. Maybe you once upon a time, were so fit and then all of a sudden life slapped you in the face and you're like, I just don't have time anymore. So I'm just trying to give you guys ideas. Get that hamster wheel up here turning on what is your story. And kind of a great way to think, to construct this is to think about your coach that inspired you to get started. What did he or she share that made you say, that's it, I need to do this? So let's take a couple minutes to construct that and write that out. Perhaps it was watching someone on a spring break vacation and you haven't been able to take a week off from work ever because it seems like everything's going to fall apart if you're gone. Maybe it's watching someone take their dream vacation, to Disney World with their kids and stay on a Disney resort and you've always wanted to do that. Maybe it's getting your kids in that soccer team that you've been dying to do and you just haven't had the time and you saw a coach do that. Maybe it's a transformation picture. Maybe it's someone talking about how they're beating their postpartum depression. Think about what landed you here. Now, as you start to construct that, and remember, we want to keep this, the more concise you can make it. Like I said, the 2-minute elevator story, where you can say, quickly look at someone and say, I got started because, boom. That is when you're going to be really effective because it's going to be clear and concise. So once you guys can kind of get that, post it in the comments section. I want to hear about it. All right, guys, I'm loving what I'm seeing. So Benjo, get off meds and what is it? Get off meds and stay healthy for my son. I remember that day, Benjo. I remember you telling me that, sending me your before picture and telling me that you were on blood pressure medications under the age of 30 and that you guys were having a baby. That's powerful. Tired of being tired. I hear you, Michelle. Wendy, I love that. So you saw someone doing a fun workout and it helped you break through. So cool. All right, guys. Debbie, having her doctor tell her she was morbidly obese. and that she had to make a change. I got started, Marisol, I got started because I needed to find a job and couldn't fit into my clothes. And then the ripple effect happened. Love it. So guys, here's one of the most important parts about this. And Marisol just, highlighted that for me, is that you got to revert sometimes, for someone like me that's been in the business 6 years. And if you've been coaching now for a year or two, and you already have traction, you have to always remember to revert back to the person that started, right? Who you were when you started. What was your mindset like? What were you thinking? Because a lot of times I think this business is a little bit of a mindset battle, in the sense that you are on repeat saying the same things, right? You're telling the same stories in different ways. So we got to get creative about saying the same story in different ways, but you are telling the same story and you are sharing the same things. And that's actually important that you do, but that you understand that you don't know whose eyes and ears is going to fall on that day. And you have to revert back to being that person. In the very beginning, what did you need to hear to take action? Okay, and that's what you always want to keep in the back of your mind. What can I share today to attract the person that I want on my team, that I want to join me, that I want to help change their life? All right, loving these answers, guys. Awesome. Carla, that's amazing. It's really powerful. I had just started my relationship with God, and this was part of that change. Love that. Molly, I went from mom to single mom to feeling like I was drowning in my life. Awesome. Oh, you guys are digging into this. I love it. All right. Are we ready to move on to the second? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to move on to the second question. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, here we go. Now, the second one is, what is the theme of your story? Okay, what is the theme of your story? What have you been repressing your passion? Have you experienced loss of ill health and diseases? Have you struggled physically and emotionally and financially? Have your relationships failed to feel like what you really want them to feel like? Are you ready to start telling a new story about what you really want and deserve? So think of the themes, and I could tell you like the themes in my business is finding confidence after becoming a mom. Okay. Another theme is that I grew up overweight. And so I learned to love fitness at a young age, but then all of a sudden motherhood threw a wrench in that, and it was a completely different ballgame. Another theme that I have that I talk about a lot is, failing at becoming an attorney, which was my life goal, when I finished college and what I was aiming for, and falling short of that because I became a mom and things just got complicated. So think of the themes. I also suffer from diastasis recti, which is a separation of my abs, which forevermore, my tummy's just, you could tell that something's wrong, that there's a little bit of postpartum damage. And I'm always out there talking about that. Another theme about my business is that my daughter had a hemangioma when she was born, which was a very scary situation when she was first born. I'm always sharing about that. So think about, what are the themes of your business? Is it about confidence for you? Is it about taking back control of your life? Is it about freedom? Is it about overcoming an illness or a disease or a condition? Is it about anything in your childhood? Is it about coming from poverty? Is it about your marriage? Is it about finding your faith? So let's dig in and let's write down at least 5 themes about you and your story. Are you all about women empowerment? Are you all about being a very active dad, mom? Are you all about being your own boss? What is the theme? When people think of you, what are the things that they're going to think of? And as you start to get your 5 themes, go ahead and post them in the comments section and share them with us. Elaine, family, confidence, being positive, overcoming unhappiness. Love that. Wendy, that's a great one. Busy mom life, always struggle with weight loss, postpartum depression after child, overcoming hereditary health issues. Michelle, that's a big one. Being a firefighter wife and basically being a single mom every other 2 days or so. I have a lot of firefighter wives on our team. Imani, I love that. Confidence, self-worth in relationships, finding faith, overweight as a child, and depression in college. Now let's talk about how powerful these things are. These are so powerful, and these are what makes true connections from one human being to the next human being. I hope you guys are seeing the value in this, because it's way more than just a shake, right? Shakeology between 2 people. You want to know how deep that goes? This tastes amazing. I add a banana. But do you see how digging deeper into who you are is really going to make a connection between you and the next person? Yahira just shared how we were in the same profession. We worked in the same office, and she saw me years later doing coaching from home with my kids, and it inspired her. Those are true connections. Love it, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I love that, Michelle. You were looking for a support system of positive women to build you up instead of tear you down. That was another theme for me as well. More positive relationships. All right. Give me thumbs up if you guys are ready to move on, if you need some time. Perfect. All right. Let's move on to the next. Now, this was going to be a little bit of a more simple, I want you to think of a simple way that people are going to identify you. What are your identification factors? In other words, what are the things that when people see this, they think of you? And how are you going to use your problems, your tests to become now your testimony? So it's kind of like our theme and it's kind of like our story, but I want you to think of a list of 5 at a minimum, identification factors about you, who you are, what you like, and what defines you. So it could be a color, right? We all know, if you've seen, Arlene, Audrey, or I, we love pink. You know that if it's Lindsay Matway, it's teal, right? If you think of autism, you most often think of Christina Delgado, because you know she has a child that battles autism. If you think of a paralegal, that's often me. If you think of teacher, that's Arlene. If you think of nurse, you could think of Michelle. If you think of boy mom, that's Audrey. Faith, if it's strong in faith, that's also Audrey. Women empowerment. So think of factors, identification factors that you can constantly be out there sharing over and over and over on repeat about who you are. These should be things that right away when people see them, they know, oh, that's so-and-so. Benjo, sexy Filipino. Barbara, you're having trouble with this one. That's good. That's good. I want you to confront it tonight and really think about it. Take time to dig deep and think about identification factors for you. Barbara, I know you had all home births. That is something very special. That's something very defining about you. Dig deep into that. Dig deep into the fact that you're a boy mom. Times 3. Michelle shared animal lover, dedicated to my cause. Elaine, 90s music. Michelle, celiac mom. Gina, an allergy mom. Debbie, a paralegal, empty nester, homebody, country life, pink, love it. That's another great one. Whenever I see Star Wars, I think of my sister Veronica. She is always out there sharing about her love for Star Wars. I'm telling you guys, this one can be very simple, but it's what you want people to identify you for. Heck, I'm always throwing F-bombs, so I've made sure people know, hey, that's me. It's part of my identification factor. Yeah, I am a cursor. Laura, I love that. Fur mom, I forgot about that. How could I forget about my 4th child? Young wife, newlywed, church ministry, God and faith, cooking and baking. We think of foodie. I know on our team, we think of Liz. So think of all of your factors. All right, guys. Thumbs up when you're ready to move on. Love it, I love it, I love it. And I have an escapee from bed, clearly. Mama. All right, shh, gotta stay quiet. All right, let's move on. Last one for tonight, guys. Last one, and then I'm going to announce the fun little challenge where you can win your tub of Energize. Who wants this, baby? Hey! All right, last one. And this one's a biggie. But I hope by now you and your coach have sat down and really worked on this one. And if not, tonight's the night you're going to do it. And tonight's the night you're going to nail it down, because it's going to be the #1 tool, the #1 driving force in your business. It's the reason why we're all here. It is the why power. What is your why for becoming a coach? Everybody who becomes a coach needs to feel a genuine sense of purpose, a why for wanting to help people that they want to help. And without the why, it's infinitely more difficult to truly reach, you got to stay quiet, to reach the top of the Beachbody Mountain. So you got to really get in touch with it. On Team Diesel Nation, we like to say your why should make you cry. Like, it should be that powerful. And I think very often when coaches come into business, the first thing I hear is, oh, because I want to help people. No, that's not your why. That's what you want to do. That's how you're going to do it. That's how you're going to find fulfillment. But what is it that you're going to get out of this business that is going to not, not push you to make a change, but emotionally pull you to getting it done, to waking up every day, fighting the good fight, and going out there and really driving forward in your business, okay? You should be really fully connected with your why. It should be your daily fuel. For instance, it could be retire yourself and work full time. It could be pay off debt. If you're swimming in debt right now, like I remember when I first started coaching, we had credit card debt up the wazoo, and we were able to eliminate that. And that's as far as I could see in the very beginning, was paying off some of that debt. I never thought that I would be working from home, doing this business and building it from my kitchen counter. But that was one of my initial whys. Whether it's to put your kid in that soccer class or your daughter in that ballet class that you couldn't afford before. Those are the things that are going to emotionally, when you finally see her in her leotard and her tights, and you're like bawling, crying because you fought so hard for that. Whether it's that Disney trip we talked about a second ago, where you finally got to stay in a Disney resort and you envisioned the kids jumping on the bed and loving life. And you were able to make that happen for your family. Whether it's the freedom to be in the car pickup line. I know I have one coach that our hashtag between her and I is car lane on the brain, because that's what she wants. She wants to see the day. It's going to make her cry the day she's able to pick up her son every single day in the car pickup lane. Amy, you hear me, girl? We got that hashtag car lane on the brain. So whether it's that freedom to do those certain things or take off on that spring break for a week, whether it's like, I remember one of my biggest whys was building the pool that we have now. It was one of the biggest dreams that Johan and I had, and we were finally able to do it. Another thing was the home renovation, our new kitchen. These were things that were really going to move me deep inside. And it's okay. It's okay to want these things. They are what's going to wake you up every single day and get you moving. But you got to be able to identify it, and you got to be able to leverage it and just make it your North Star every single day. Because here's the reality, guys. This business is not all rainbows and butterflies at all times. There are hard times. Okay, as much fun as this can be, as many highs as there are also lows. Okay, I'll be lying to you if I tell you it wasn't going to get hard. And as soon as it does get hard, your job is to lean into that, to lean into how hard it can get and come out stronger. But you want to know what's going to help you lean in and get stronger and be better is knowing why you are here. And guess what? When you're able to articulate that, feel that, know that, and carry that with you every single day in your business, it's going to translate to others. It's going to become contagious to others, and you're going to attract people with the same vision, the same desires, the same drive. So you got to know what your why is for becoming a Beachbody coach. So let's nail it down, guys. What is that why? And remember, it could be evolving. Some of you guys just signed as a coach last week. Some of you guys have been around for a couple months. Some of you guys have been around for a couple years like me. When I first started, it was very simple. In fact, before it was that credit card debt, you guys want me to be real honest with you, and I talk about this all the time on social media, my initial why was to get a tummy tuck. I wanted to fix my stomach. I was so self-conscious about it, and I wanted to save up the money. I said, I don't want to take away $15,000 from my home and my kids and my family. That felt a little selfish to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start this side gig and simultaneously get in shape while I save money for the surgery, and boom, I'll be happy, right? Get what I want. Funny thing is by the time I got in the best shape ever and the bank account stacked up, I no longer wanted the surgery. And voila, that we were able to pay off debt. That's how we actually got the pool jump started with that money that we saved up. So think of those things. Think of your why, and it's okay if it's evolving. Okay? What your why is today can change in 6 months, in a year. Many times our why is just to feel better about ourselves, and that's completely okay. But it's imperative that you nail down what it is now, because that's going to be your North Star. That's going to be the fuel to your business. That's what's going to keep you grounded. So let's nail down those whys, guys. Darlene, thank you for being so raw and real. Freedom so we don't struggle with money. Freedom to stay with my boys and travel. Have money to be able to give my son's extracurricular activities. Home renovations. Vanessa Carrera, getting healthy, doing more for myself than just being a mom and a housewife. Becoming more confident, always being there for the kids. That's very powerful. Dixie, freedom to not have to request for days off. Buy our home. I think of it daily. There you go. If you can't stop thinking about it and it makes you move, that is your why. If it moves you from the inside out. Christina, I'm looking forward to becoming a wife and mother one day, hopefully soon, and want to be able to enjoy that. I can't do that with the amount of student loan debt I have hanging over my head and having to work 40 plus hours a week. That reminds me a lot of Christina Delgado when she started. She had a mountain of law school debt. And I know that because she didn't stop talking about it. Veronica, my why, I want to be free from my 9-to-5 job. I want to be financially free and have more time to dedicate to ministry and use the Beachbody opportunity and tools to touch as many people as I can. Love that. Yes. Michelle, pay debt, pay kids prepaid college funds, retire as a nurse, pay for my daughter's all-star cheer fee, addition to house or buy a larger house. Freedom of time and money, travel, skiing. Keep this energy alive that Beachbody has brought me. Stop having to work opposite schedules of my husband. Oh, Alexa, that is powerful. I want to set up my special needs child for life. That would wake me up every day. Mari, to prove wrong those people that are telling you that this is not possible, to prove myself I can do it, to have peace of mind, financially speaking, to have the time I want where I want it for what I want without asking permission. Catalina, to prove that taking pills isn't the only way to keep from feeling depressed when anxiety is part of your family history and personal battle. Guys, these are so, so powerful. Benjo Reyes, to open my own gym. Nice. Love it, guys. I love it. I love it. I love your transparency, and I love that you guys are really digging into this. Now, here's the part where when you guys look down at your papers or your computer screens or wherever it is you wrote down your notes, and now ask yourself, rate yourself with everything that you have just written down and put in front of you. What would you rate yourself in translating that into your social media and sharing that with others? Give yourself a rate, 1 through 10. 1 being, I'm not doing a very good job of translating everything that I've just written down. 10 with, I am rocking it, I'm on it. I love that, guys. So I'm getting a lot of, 5, 6, 7s. I'm getting a lot of, I need to be more transparent. I need to focus more on the business part. Guys, this is what this is all about. And this is really what defines someone who comes into this business with an employee mindset and a business owner CEO mindset. We don't just throw around the idea of you're CEO, CEO mom. That's just not a cliche saying that we just throw around for fun. The truth of the matter is that you own your business. And as far as it goes is as far as you will go. You will stretch yourself to make it happen. An employee waits for someone to tell them what to do. An employee gets a certain set of directions and just does, and then ta-da, it's done, right? They're assigned and they do. They're assigned and they do. A business owner stops, takes the time to look, reflect on what they're doing, realize what's working, what's not, what they could do better. They learn, they're continuously growing. They self-evaluate, they self-correct. So that's what I want you guys to do in the next 4 weeks, is look and hopefully, I hope I'm helping you guys here tonight, where you've taken the time to say, okay, this is what I could do better. I hope tonight you're walking away with something more that you could say, you know what, I haven't shared this yet. I haven't talked about this yet. This could really impact my business. This could really help someone out there that's just like me, that struggled just like I am. And I know I have the solution. I know I have the answer. I want you guys to do that tonight and walk away knowing that you are really owning it. Owning being a Beachbody coach and your business, because we all have this tremendous value, guys, especially in a world we live today where it's so much negativity, so much yuckiness, so much of tearing down instead of building up, right? I came from the law field where it's very black and white. It was very redundant, not very friendly. There was no recognition like there is in Beachbody, where we celebrate everything. We're getting the best shape of our lives. We feel good. We look good. There's positivity. There's, all this camaraderie. There is working on yourself. Like today I was talking to Tabitha and she realizes how much this business forces her to be better and work on herself from the inside out. Like we have something special that this world needs. So take the time as a business owner to step back and say, am I really going out there and sharing that with people? Am I really painting that picture for them? Because your vision is what most people are going to first lean on before they build and paint their own picture. All right. So with that being said, who's ready for tonight's challenge? Yeah? All right. Awesome. So tonight's challenge is I want you to go ahead and take what you've done tonight, the material that we've developed tonight, and pick any topic, anything you want, whether it's sharing your 2-minute elevator story, whether it's sharing one of your identification factors and storytelling with it, whatever it is, whether it's talking about, something that you've changed in your life through Beachbody and anything that we've shared tonight. And I want you to go out there and post it publicly. And I want you to use the hashtag, what is it? Oh my God. Story of my dreams. I'll write in the thing. Story of my dreams. And I'm going to randomly select by tomorrow at noon a winner. And you're going to get your free tub of Energize on me. Now, make sure that when you share this, visuals are very impactful also, especially on Instagram. Leverage both of them, okay? Really get out there and catch people's attention and make that connection with your followers and your friends. Alexa, it could be a live feed or it could be a post, whatever works best for you. I love that question, Vanessa. I always forget. Let's make it noon West Coast. So that'd be 3 p.m. Eastern, right? 3 p.m. Eastern, noon for my West Coasters. All right, guys. So how helpful was this? Did anybody learn something new about themselves today or learn something new that they could get out there and talk about? Yeah? Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, that's going to be a theme for the next 4 weeks. You've heard the topics that you can expect. And next week, you're going to be hearing from Arlene Pino, Firecracker Arlene Pino. So make sure that you share this with the team, with your teams. Get your coaches on here. This will be recorded in case somebody missed it, and we'll plug it into all the team pages. That way you guys can check it out or maybe go back and review if there's something that you missed or you need a refresher for some more ideas. But thank you so much for being on tonight, and I look forward to the next 4 weeks together. Have a great night. Bye.